All right, so we've all seen the situation between Nico and Tennessee. I'm not even going to try and say his last name. But, and this is going to be a hot take, I do think there are players around the country who should either be jumping in the portal or using the portal as a negotiating tactic with their team every offseason. Because the NIL system is 100% broken, but it's not the player's responsibility to act in the best interest of the NCAA at the expense of themselves. Because the NCAA's had decades to solve this problem right here and kind of put their hands up and said, yo, we're not really going to do anything about it. Mainly because they don't want to consider the athletes employees. But I'm not going to demonize the athletes for taking advantage of a situation that people would take advantage of in any other walk of life. Like if you hear someone say, yeah, I left X job to go to Y job because they pay more. Perfectly reasonable. But for some reason, when it's college athletes, it becomes villainized. Like, I don't agree with this tweet at all. I don't think he's the face of the issue. I think the NCAA is the face of the issue for the sport. But going back to what I said before about players should be jumping in the portal every offseason, I don't think Nico was one of those players. I think for him, he was the player who was the quarterback of the team. He wasn't necessarily the catalyst behind their success last year. So it was just kind of one of those situations, you're not who you thought you were. And Tennessee kind of realized that and was like, yo, we can move on. Now, Jeremiah Smith and DJ Lagway, Ohio State and Florida would have coughed that bread up easily. But it just goes to show, like, hey, sometimes you just got to know who you are at the negotiating table.